Senators, Chair, thank you very much for the opportunity to appear before you today on C-30, the Spring Economic Update Implementation Act. I'm here on behalf of the Canadian Chamber of Commerce, our network of 400 chambers of commerce across the country, our almost combined 200,000 business members, and 115 trade associations. We represent business of all sizes, from all sectors of the economy in virtually every region of the country. Last week, I had the pleasure of joining almost 50 companies in Calgary for our first project assessment forum. This meeting brought together business leaders from across the Canadian Western resource sector to meet with senior decision makers across the project assessment ecosystem. At a time when the discussion was focused on the MOU and the One Project, One Review consultation, there was a message that we heard loud and clear that I'm eager to share with you today. The question is of Canadian competitiveness. We see clear signals in the Spring Economic Update and last fall's federal budget that the government sees the risk and understands the importance that Canada is a competitive business environment. The opportunity is to now turn this new fiscal room into the conditions to invest, build, hire, and grow in Canada. We were pleased to see important measures for training and skilled trades in the Economic Update. If Canada is serious about building major infrastructure, housing, and defence capabilities, it needs the skilled workforce to match. That also means improving pathways for high and low skilled talent, ensuring immigration systems are tied to labour shortages, and improving the transition of temporary workers to permanent, where economic integration and long-term workforce participation are present. On tax, the business community was pleased to see the reduction in the employer side of CPP, the reduction in the excise tax, and many others. Even with these changes, tax competitiveness remains a major challenge. For Canadian businesses, tax competitiveness sits alongside tariffs in shaping whether Canada can attract investment, support growth, and compete internationally. It's time for a big swing on tax reform. We also can't lose sight of the cost of tax compliance, particularly for large firms who have the option to leave Canada for other jurisdictions. Tax compliance are hidden costs, hidden taxes, costing millions of dollars to firms. In the United States, members have told me that the IRS will conduct an audit efficiently and with clear communication. In Canada, members indicate that it is the opposite. And to quote a seasoned member of the Canadian Chamber's Econ and Tax Committee, tax compliance in Canada is making a lot of money for the audit and legal firms and not making a lot of sense for anyone else. Housing is another area where implementation will matter. We welcome the commitments to address housing costs, including accelerated low-cost loans and extending the grace period for the Home Buyers Plan. We're also encouraged by the intention to review national model codes and reduce regulatory friction. For builders, this is a must. The same principle applies for defence. The Canadian Chamber supports strengthening Canada's defence industrial base and moving quickly on the Defence Investment Agency. We will be launching a new defence committee this June with members drawn from across the business sector. And they feel they have services and goods to offer. We applaud the government for moving quickly on the DIA's enabling legislation, the sooner the better, but we desperately need procurement reform in Canada. If the government is serious about bringing in new suppliers to help provide services and goods for the Canadian Armed Forces, this is simply a must. Firms will spend weeks, if not months, preparing complex bids with no certainty of success. Many will simply decide not to participate. In closing, we were also very pleased to see continued support from the Government of Canada for the Business Data Lab in the Spring Economic Update. The Business Data Lab has become an important national platform for timely business intelligence and economic insight, supporting evidence-based policymaking when economic conditions are clearly uncertain. We should use this moment to strengthen fiscal resilience, improve competitiveness, and make Canada a place for business, from Canada beyond, where they can invest with confidence. Thank you, and I look forward